Hey, what's up, online community? And thanks for stopping by and checking out another segment of Straight No Chaser, where I talk sports and culture for fans, oftentimes with the fans. Now, I've been on a little bit of a hiatus for the past couple of weeks, which has allowed me to kind of regain my energy, but also, more importantly, catch up on some topics that are happening in the world of sports as well as in the world around us in general. Now, today I decided to go it alone. I had some people that wanted to join me, but I wanted to use this opportunity to really give my direct thoughts in terms of some of the things that's going on both in our country and also in the world of sports. But before we get into it, you know how we do. Grab your favorite libation. We're about to get into it. Straight No Chaser. Real quick, Ken Brown's got a comment. Young players are not going to, we're going to go back to Mark Jackson. Young players are not going to buy into mandatory Bible study under Coach Mark Jackson. The rumor was when he was at Golden State, he was offering free baptisms in the cold tub after games. Ken Brown, and shout out to Ken Brown because he's always, he's been a very, very consistent fan. I've had him on the show. Ken Brown is one of the funniest guys I know. If you're not friends with Kenneth Brown, or if you haven't seen some of his social media pieces, look him up. Yeah, Ken, I'm putting you on blast. But he's one of the funniest guys I know. Let me just say this, Ken. I had the opportunity to go out in 18, and I had a chance to talk to some members that were around the team. I'll just leave it at that. And there's just a lot of things around Mark Jackson. And a lot of these things are researchable. But if he is doing baptisms in the cold tub, hey, God bless him. God bless that man's ministry. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on with a lot of ministers and Christians right now. So if the worst thing we have to worry about is Mark Jackson giving baptisms in the cold tub, I'll take it. So another piece of fan mail. I didn't write down who sent this to me, but let's see. Which NFL teams have impressed in the first couple of weeks, and which NFL teams have disappointed? So I will say, teams that have impressed me, there are three teams or team/players that have impressed me the first couple of weeks in the NFL. I have got to take a step back. I've got to, if I had my hat on, I tip my hat. If I had my Boot Elite Farnsworth wig, I put the Boot Elite Farnsworth wig on. Hats off, wig off to Aaron Rodgers down in Green Bay. And I normally don't give the Packers a lot of respect, but Aaron Rodgers is down there killing it. I mean, my man, he's throwing for, touchdown after touchdown. He's got, 1,000 yards close to, or just over 1,000 yards in 2 games. I mean, he's killing it. They drafted a quarterback in the first round thinking this is going to be the last year and they can start to develop him. Well, Aaron Rodgers is looking like he might have another couple years of high performance within him. I know Devontae Adams is a big part of that. But shout out to Aaron Rodgers. He's killing it. And I like the fact that Aaron Rodgers now has some weapons to go to and a game plan, because it seemed as if, with respect to what Aaron Rodgers was doing, they weren't giving him enough weapons. They didn't have enough defense. They didn't have enough offense. They were always in the middle in terms of what their identity was and what they brought to a team. So when you talk about Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, that's why they were always, in my opinion, that 9-7, 10-6 range. You had a couple 12-4 years in there, but really always in the middle because they really didn't have an identity. But I think this year they're doing a much better job of surrounding Aaron Rodgers with both weapons as well as game plan. I will also say that, without question, the Ravens and the Chiefs. I mean, the Ravens look like right now they're a juggernaut. They're going to be good for the next several years. I mean, Lamar Jackson is looking great. The defense is looking good. They're coached well, they're coached hard, and they play the game the right way. So I got to give the Ravens a lot of credit, as well as the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs look like they kind of had this on and off button that they can go to. They remind me a lot of, and even though I'm a Bulls fan, I don't like talking about the championship Bulls teams because Michael Jordan fans make me sick to my stomach. But I got to give credit where credit is due. The Kansas City Chiefs, they look like they are that team that can flip a switch. They have a certain confidence, a certain swagger. There's a certain gear that they can hit where they just know that they're better than everybody. It's going to be tough in the AFC. New England's not looking too bad either with Cam Newton. He's revived his career where many people were writing him off. And I saw a list of about 16 quarterbacks that were signed this offseason that got more guaranteed money than Cam Newton. And I was like, what in the Waka Flocka Flame is going on here? But Cam has proven the doubters wrong. You know, I know he's got some incentives in his contract, and he looks like he's going to be hitting a lot of those benchmarks. So kudos to Cam Newton. So those are some of the teams right off the top of my head that I feel that are impressed. I would have to say also Seattle, Russell Wilson. I personally think he's the best quarterback in football. I know the Patrick Mahomes fans are going to come after me, pitchforks and torches, but Russell Wilson, he's got a certain confidence, and I think he's doing a lot with less. I wish Pete Carroll would allow him to throw the ball a little bit more in the first half, but Russell Wilson is looking really, really good. Seattle's going to be a tough out. They're always going to be a team that's going to be well coached, disciplined, and be able to have a solid game plan. Here in Chicago, we're 2-0. The Bears 2-0. I will say this: the first week of the Bears game, and wait, before I even get into that, let me just say this is the first season that I've watched football since the Colin Kaepernick, since Colin Kaepernick kneeling and being excluded from the NFL. Colin Kaepernick has gotten his money. The NFL has started to take action in terms of supporting many social endeavors as it relates to people of color. So I felt that, you know, these were all actionable steps. These are things, these are metrics. These are things that are measurable. So with that, I'm back watching NFL. So with that, this is the first year that I've watched it in 3.5, 4 years since the Colin Kaepernick incident. So back to the Bears. We're 2-0. The Bears season to me was summed up in the second to last play, the first week against the Detroit Lions. It was so Chicago Bears and it was so Detroit Lions all in one play. The Bears blew a coverage in which a Lions running back, I think the guy's name, Swift broke free, had a touchdown in his hands. So it was so Bears to give up almost a last-second touchdown play, only to have the Lions effect kick in where the running back couldn't hold onto the ball and dropped it, which basically caused the Lions to lose. So you had the Lions and Bears symptomatic plays all in one play. It's indicative of the Bears to put themselves in position to give up a game with a touchdown, but it's also indicative of the Lions for themselves to not be able to hold on to the damn ball and win a damn game. So, but that's how the Bears season is that's how it's looking to me. It's like, it's always going to be like this up and down, suspenseful moment. Who's not going to screw it up the most? That's who's going to win the game. And it's unfortunate because, you know, I think the Bears have a Super Bowl defense. I think especially now that Robert Quinn coming back, gaining some chemistry with Khalil Mack and that offensive line. Hakeem Hicks is back, or Hakeem Hicks. You know, there's a lot of talent on the defensive end of the ball. You know, I'm hoping that the offense will be able to catch up sooner or later. So I would say disappointment. I'm going to hit you with the itties, ITYS, itties. I told you so. Tom Brady, not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. If you want to make the OG call and take Tom Brady with you, take him with you. I'm not taking Tom Brady with you. Hold on. Straight no chaser. I'm not taking him. That arm looked like a popcorn arm. No, he's not on. I know he didn't have it all season with his receivers. He's learning a new playbook. But Tom Brady is looking like who I thought he was. Gronk is looking like who I thought he was. Gronk probably looked like, Gronk was a physical specimen. He's still a physical specimen. I don't think, and it doesn't look as if Gronk is really into football. I think it looks like from what I've seen, Gronk is kind of happy to be back in the NFL and had an NFL lifestyle, but Gronk really enjoyed being Gronk. Gronk enjoyed the wrestling pieces. Gronk enjoyed being on stage at concerts and partying in Vegas and things like that. That's what it looks like. And it looks like Gronk is just kind of going through the motions. Now, I could be wrong. I think they should be using Howard more. I think they should be handing the ball off. I know Leonard Fournette is going to start to solidify himself as the number one running back. So there'll probably be more rushing attempts. But right now, Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a little suspect. So thank you for that question.